welcome back to another episode of Platonically Speaking. This is season 2, episode 5. I am your host, Kayla, at special_K345. I got my boy here, Rashad.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh my God, we got life today. Not, hi guys, it's me again.
That's still a
that'd be
great
killing
intro.
me. Whatever. So, I'm just like, it's another day. I'm here. We kind of gone back to the roots. It's just me and Rashad today. Like, this all started with our little Instagram live. So it's kind of cool to just have me and him here. We miss our girl Liana. She's out being a world traveler right now, living her best life.
Yeah, for real. She's doing the most.
I like it. Can't wait to see the rest of the photos when she comes back. Don't forget to follow us at Platonically Speaking KY on Instagram and Platonically Speaking on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, share, turn on your post notifications, click the little bell. We want to hear from you. So I was like scrolling through, I think, was it Twitter or Instagram? No, Twitter. And I found like this super relatable tweet to me and Rashad. So this guy says, someone said men and women cannot have a true platonic friendship if they both find each other attractive. And now it got me thinking. And this was actually somebody here locally as well. I don't know if the person that told him was here locally. And someone retweeted it and she was like, that's why you got to befriend the ugly ones. So, seeing as that applies to me and Rashad, not the ugly part because I don't think we ugly, but anyhow, I have to disagree with it because I think we are genuinely a good example of a platonic friendship of two attractive people who have never been attracted to each other.
Whoa, I'm attractive. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wouldn't
like, I thought it was interesting because I can understand why someone would say that. And I have seen it, but I think that is people who are not trying to genuinely be friends.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just trying to be friends with someone, even if you think that person looks good or you could find them attractive, then you have to decide, are you trying to just be friends with this person or are you trying to cross the line? And I didn't really get why it almost like, he was like, oh my God, it got me thinking. And in my head, I was like, it's not that hard. You and I are fine.
Yeah, no.
Well, we've been friends more than 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And at no point have we ever had an issue of awkwardness or like in the physical sense or anything. It's very much like this brotherly, sisterly love, but we're two good looking people. Do I get in trouble for looking like I caught blocking Rashad all the time? Yes. And I'm sure I have said that on another episode. There are so many times where people have not approached Rashad when he is out with me because they think him and I are in a relationship or we are more than just friends.
Hey, that's fine because the people I want to approach, I don't want them approaching me anyway. So that's all right. I good
Are you trying to call someone ugly?
No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I just don't. I just don't care.
You just don't want anybody approaching you.
Yeah. Good one.
Well, how do you feel about that though? Like, do you think it's a case of like what I'm saying, that it's people kind of conflicted on if they're trying to be friends with somebody or if they want to be more than friends with them?
It is so confusing to me because it's easy for me per se to have good looking friends because, and I don't want it to sound like shallow or stuff, but I always said like the guys who don't want to have like girlfriends, like they probably not really getting that much play. So for them to be like, oh, like, yo, I don't want to be friends with a girl, or a girl they friends with, they try to hit on them or whatnot. There's tons of other girls to hit on and talk to and whatnot. So I look at it that way and I'm like, I'm not going to cross that line with my friends because why would I lose, or why would I want to lose that connection that we've built over the years for what? Just for sex or some shit like that. Like, no, there's tons of other people out there that
100%. Yeah. So it's almost like a red flag if you saw a guy that he doesn't really have any female friends. You kind of be like, is it because you're trying to fuck all your friends type of vibe?
Yeah. And it could be that some guys just don't value a woman's opinion like that in terms of on a
as
friend
a platonic
basis.
friendship.
So
I get it.
They probably just don't have no cares or no need. They probably don't think a woman can, give them good advice in certain areas. But I completely disagree. I think women give the best advice in everything. Hence why,
most of your friends are
exactly
females. Yeah,
exactly. So,
I mean, on the flip side of that, I could understand it as well because, as you know, I have a really good guy friend that it very easily has been a gray area for most of the entire part of our friendship. And if both of us actually made a particular step in a different direction, we could have easily had sex with each other. And it would have probably, in my opinion, turned our really good friendship into something super awkward and strange. I just never wanted to test the waters with that. Like, that's how much I value the friendship and the love that I have with this person over trying to figure out, should we test the waters? Like,
no, man, holy part of water is the test.
But that's the thing, right? Is that you could have fucking sex with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, there's the chances of you being able to go and have sex with another person over building a genuine, strong relationship with a person. Like, you can just go have fucking sex. Go find somebody to boon. Like, I'm not losing a really valuable friendship over my coochie jumping.
Yeah.
I can't see it happening. But then I also feel like I've always had like this clear intuition on if I vibing with somebody a particular way, like I kind of know, okay, me and you vibing like that. I'm not going to ever work towards trying to be your friend. I try and be with you. But then if we not vibing like that, then no. It's the next way. So I guess you can go with your gut with something like that. Maybe. I don't really know.
Good luck.
Kind of weird. But then we actually got our first official like Instagram DM on a topic that someone wanted us to cover. Again, it will stay anonymous. We won't ever say who it's from or whatnot, but I thought it was interesting. So there's a scenario of a young lady that's about to be married and has been with her partner for quite some time. She knows he's cheating. Relationship has been rocky for an extended period of time as well. But for the most part, she just turns a blind eye to the issues because she wants to be in this person's life and wants this person to remain in her life. Even though she has been in relationships in the past outside of this one, she considers this person her first true relationship as an adult. Through conversations deep inside, she is struggling with a few things. She's struggling with the fact that she has invested so many years and time and doesn't want to have to start over. She doesn't feel she can find a partner of his quality again. And the shame of another failing relationship and the public humiliation because she's depicting a life that is not as what it seems. So what did you say? So I guess it goes to say, if someone knows in their gut all of these things, why would they move forward with marriage or think that marriage is going to be the solution to this problem? And I thought it was a good topic.
Hold on. I have a... So my question is, she says she doesn't feel she can find a partner of his quality again. Mm-hmm. What quality? Because all I'm reading is...
somebody who's not treating somebody right.
So like, what does she mean? Where she says that, she doesn't feel she can find somebody of his quality. Like, is that the type of qualities you look for?
Looking for.
Like, if that what you're looking for, then you can definitely go out and find out again easy. Mm-hmm. Like, you can find something like that very easy. But if you
waste men are dime a dozen.
if you're already telling yourself like, oh, I don't think I'm going to find no better than him, you're going to end up staying there because you already think that. Like,
you're talking yourself into continuously staying in the situation because of the fear of leaving it. So yeah, I guess let's kind of like unpack it in a bit, because we're understanding that there is time invested. There are years invested into the relationship. You've accepted a proposal, one, so you're kind of already crossing a line into what is going to be a harder way to come out of a situation. I don't think there's kids involved. There's no mention of kids. And then it does say that this person has also turned a blind eye to the issues in the cheating. So then you have conditioned yourself into thinking like, this is the best you're going to get, because in her eyes, I'm going to assume this is a good man to her. This is a quality man to her. And there's so many ways you could probably look at it. Maybe she thinks financially this person is in a good position and can provide for them. Not sure. Or maybe this is someone that she has genuinely developed a good solid friendship over the years. So it's like, that's her go-to person. That's the person she's going to talk to when something happens. That's the person she wants advice from. That's the person, if something is going on in her life, she wants to figure out solutions with. So I am obviously making some assumptions based on the context that is provided, but that I'm assuming is where all this quality is coming from. But I do agree with Rashad and think Rashad makes a good point that, is this really a high quality man? Is this a high caliber man that you are genuinely wanting to make the step to get married to, spend the rest of your life with, and maybe build a family if they're looking to have kids, and financially make commitments to each other? Like, it is a big, huge step.
To basically answer the question, just like, why do they think a marriage is the resolution? I guess I look at it the same way kind of people would look at, let's say you have a kid with somebody, or like you get married to them, it's going to change things and make things a lot better.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really at all.
We need to come out of that space of thinking certain commitments forces people to make personal changes in their life. Like, a person is who they are, and they're not going to make a change about themselves on the basis of, I'm getting married tomorrow, I'm going to change this. I'm going to have a kid tomorrow, I'm going to change that. Like, someone wanting to change, it's genuinely an inward thing. Now, don't get me wrong, there are certain people who make adjustments and maybe have done things over time to improve, and that's probably what has kept this person holding on as well, is there's probably certain areas of improvement or things that have, in a minimal sense, changed for her to be like, okay, well, I'll stay. I'll keep doing this. Like, it's going to get better. He's proposed to me, so maybe he really taking me seriously. He's going to stop the cheating. Like, why would he propose to me? He probably felt pressured. There's so many different ways to look at it. And then on the flip side of the shame of another failing relationship and public humiliation, that I have definitely heard with other women here on island. And I know I've heard that from women directly, or I've actually heard that from men who are with women that they don't necessarily want to be with anymore. And one of the biggest things is a woman's like, I can't do this again. I'm not doing this again. Like, I have put in my time, and it's that whole thing of, I have put in my time. I have invested my time into this relationship. You owe me this. And it's like, nobody owes you that. Like, your choice to put in time and investing into a relationship is still your choice and your responsibility, because you're thinking and you're hoping for the best possible outcome. But at the end of the day, it is 50-50.
Yeah.
You could put your whole heart and soul into it. You could put all your time, invest so much into a relationship. But if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And you have to understand the risk in doing that. And I think that's the hardest part about dating and relationships, is the risk that you're taking, and that you genuinely don't know, is this gonna work?
Yeah. So my advice for this person would just basically be, life is already super short, and if you're not happy while you're living, then what's the point? You feel me? So if you good with stomaching all that pain you seem to have in moving forward with this person, if that will make you happy, then by all means. But if it doesn't, then you should really reconsider what you're doing.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And then they say the other question would you have the guts to call off an engagement if you knew deep down it didn't feel right? Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I do not. Like, because at the end of the day, I value my happiness and my mental health to be at the top, of goals that I try to accomplish, try to be happy as much times as I can. And if I'm not going enter into something long term or something as serious as an engagement or marriage, if I'm not happy being with that person, if I can't see myself being with that person for years and those feelings make me happy, they don't give me anxiety and all those type of stuff, like, yeah, But if I feel any of those negative emotions surrounding that person and what we're doing, there's a high chance I might not go through with it unless they're able to show me drastic changes and show me that, they have been doing things to improve. Whether it's like, in the case of this girl, if the guy started to go to counseling or do some other things to show her that
like
he's
some
making
true,
an
genuine effort.
Yeah. So
yeah, I would agree with you. I think like if you're looking for a bit more on specifics because of what was mentioned here, if you're worried about public embarrassment, humiliation, all those things, like one, don't ever look at it, in my opinion, as another failed relationship, because if those other relationships were supposed to work, they would have. So it's genuinely, all of these things are going to be a lesson. It's going to be some form of a lesson learned. You're working towards figuring out your wants and needs and desires in a relationship and what you want long term for yourself. And if you don't date, if you're not in relationships, you're never going to know, you're never going to find out. So it would not be a failure. Embarrassing, yes. Because I'm a woman, I know how that feels. I know it will feel embarrassing, but maybe start to minimize how public you are in this relationship if your chance to get out is really what you want. Don't post on social media as much if that's something you do. Minimize the amount of public outings that you're having. Have less discussions with people publicly about the situation and kind of just let it die out a bit. Don't push too hard to start making plans about a wedding and asking people and putting together guest lists or even talking too much about it. Like, the less effort you're going to put into moving forward, the closer you'll get to actually being able, in my opinion, leaving or coming out or calling off the engagement or whatever it is that's going to work. But you do have the guts to do it if that's what you want to do. You have to think like long term is, like Rashad said, is this somebody you want to wake up to every day? Is it going to happen? Like, are you going to feel a way about it? Like, what's going to happen? That kind of way. So I kind of feel it for her, because I can imagine that must be a hard position to be in if you have gone this far into a relationship. Like, I don't know how many years it is, but I feel it. But there's options always.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, there's definitely always options.
Of course.
I have like a weird, interesting story time for you guys. I got a DM from a girl last night, a girl that I wouldn't call her like a friend, but I guess an acquaintance. I've known her for a long period of time, and she was, hey, I just wanted to let you know that XYZ on Instagram has a screenshot of some of your conversations, and he sent them to me by mistake a couple of weeks ago. Just wanted you to know, because he doesn't seem to be, in her words, like too righted. Totally random, but I thought you should know. And I said, hey, thanks, thanks for letting me know. Really appreciate that. I know exactly who you're talking about. I totally get that same kind of vibe from him. And like the conversation kind of went back and forth, and it kind of got me thinking a bit more like deeper into it.
So wait, somebody posted a screenshot of your conversation?
He captured conversations with him and I on Instagram through DMs and sent it to her, quote unquote, by accident.
Okay.
Half and half believe that, because he's very different in a sense of, I could see him doing that purposely to try and start a conversation. Yeah. Because there's nothing in the conversations with him and I, like, this isn't somebody I date and talking to, flirting with, nothing. Yeah. Sorry. That would be, that I would be concerned about. Like, I could care less that she got him, because I know there's nothing in them that would concern me. But it is, oddly enough, someone that I, quote unquote, virtually met through us starting Instagram lives. And it was someone that always tuned into the shows, commented, asked for advice, all of these things. And so I kind of developed an online friendship with them, because they would message here and there talking about different relationship issues, things that they wanted to work on. I was just like, what is going on? And then here and there, sometimes he would try to flirt with me, and I'd just be like, ha ha.
I feel like I have an idea who it is.
You definitely know who it is. And I would just be like, ha ha, laugh it off, like trying to be polite. Because I have this whole thing of, I don't want to be rude to the wrong person. Yes, I'm feisty, but I'm still a woman. I'm still a single woman. Like, I live by myself. I'm just like, I don't know who I'm going to see out in public. So I maybe probably watch too much TV and shows. But in my head, it's always like, if I be too super rude to someone, like, in public or online, maybe if they saw me somewhere by myself, would they try to attack me? Would they try to rape me? Like, my head is blowing.
I think publicly would be worse because a lot of people can't handle public embarrassment
at all.
Yeah, they can't handle that. They would probably be out to get you if that were the case.
And
but like I say, I have an idea who it is.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
He'll probably hear this episode. So I hope he starts to like think about what he's doing, because I've never given him my number for that reason. But he has had me on Snapchat and Instagram. Last night I removed him as a follower on Instagram. I blocked him on Snapchat because he used to do this stuff. Like, he would randomly message me and then delete the message, then message again and delete the message. And like, I was like, bro, if you're messaging me, stop. Like, just send a message. If I read it and I don't respond,
say it with your chest.
Yeah, like say it with your whole fucking chest. Like, it irritates me. Like, I absolutely, and that's just anybody. And I said it to him. I was like, this is not the first time you've done this, second, third, like, you've done it multiple times. I have told you a few times, if you're going to send me something, stop doing that. It irritates the fuck out of me. And so the last time he did it, I just read it and didn't respond. I'm like, I don't have time for this. It's sucking the life out of me. So he did that. And he did that recently. Like, I swear, like, that was last week or maybe the week before. So I said, fuck that shit. When she messaged, she was like, yeah, she's like, she's like, I really don't understand exactly like the direction it is or whatever is going on. But she's like, I just genuinely thought that I should let you know. And I did appreciate that, because if it was a case of someone who would do something or just take things the wrong way, had she not said something to me, suppose I was a bit more naive, or I started engaging in conversations with him that were sexual or flirtatious or something like that, and this guy is just randomly sending my messages to people.
Yeah, no.
Like, that shit's foul. Like, you don't do that. Like,
you shouldn't.
Don't break that code. It doesn't matter what you have going on with someone. Like, the conversation you having with them is private and confidential. You don't, like, it's one thing to send it by accident, but you capturing something on Instagram is on purpose. Who the fuck capturing Instagram conversation?
Yeah, no, you only capturing that if
you got intention to use it. Say,
yeah.
And in my head, I don't have you blocked. So you can go back to my conversation and find what you need at any point in time. Like, there's nothing that has happened that you needed to capture my shit. So it was weird, but I appreciated her doing that all the same.
The only time I capture is if somebody say something like wild in my DMs and I got like show one of them, and I'd be like, yo, look at this shit. And I'll capture it.
Again, you capture that shit. But not where I'm saying laugh out loud I double tap in your comment instead of me even responding to you. I just like it. Like, I'm not engaging in conversation. Like,
you guys don't reply, man. I just go double tap. So I do that all the time.
Somewhat of a life lesson learning curve, whatever it is that's happening. Like, I am starting to learn more and more that while, yes, I'm trying to be polite because I don't know this person well enough to know what their reaction is going to be to more of a straightforward response or a face-to response, I am realizing also that there are just some people that genuinely don't understand what a normal conversation is with me. Like, they can't respect boundaries in terms of, if I am being polite with you, I am just being polite. I am not trying to flirt with you. I am not trying to have a relationship with you. There are things that exist with people still that they don't mind making new friends. But if you're going to try and cross the line with every single woman that you talk to, this goes back to our earlier point. It's fucking annoying and frustrating. And then we're the same group of women that we get classed. She's the bitch. she this, she that, she thinks she too good. And I'm like, it's not that. It's like, you couldn't just let me be like, hey, how you doing?
A lot of guys they just try and score, man. So they shooting at as much baskets as they can, and just hopes that one land. They don't really care.
It's really fucking annoying.
Yeah,
like
man,
sometimes I want to go on a rant about the fact that it's
the
like
percentage kind of low still. Like they don't really be hitting a lot, but that's why they shoot so many.
Well,
Like,
I think I shared something on Instagram this week about men from 3 years ago still trying or whatever. He one of the same ones that responded to it. He was like, yeah, me. I didn't answer it yet. The fuck, what you mean 3 years? You only
like they be talking to themselves for 3 years?
Yeah, like you only
You get 2 messages max from me.
What was it? Yeah, I reposted something that said it's niggas who's been waiting to link with me for 3 years. From 3 years ago, still hanging in there. A couple of guys responded to it.
No.
Funny enough, none of the guys that it would actually be applicable about responded. Because they know.
You get 2 messages from me. You don't respond on that second one. You never hear from me again.
Yeah.
Never. I'll speak to you out. Like I'll see you out. I'll say hi. But you will never be able to capture that message and say, boy, Rashad, keep messaging me. No way. Yeah. Not me. They're not catching me with that one.
It's annoying because it's, people is like, oh, you can't meet people. You can't. And it's just like, people do actually try to meet people and make connections here. But if the connection is not there, you could make a friend, but you can't do that in Cayman a lot of the times because they just won't fuck you. It's annoying. Sit down, man.
I'd say a lot of people don't see the benefit in having like legit girlfriends.
Like girlfriends, and
more times than not, they would cross the line, given the opportunity. You feel me? Like, yeah. And then that way I say it, to me, it kind of feels like, yeah, maybe these people genuinely didn't or wasn't necessarily that good with the ladies then per se, because if you were, then you would have no problem having a friend that's a girl that you guys literally don't cross no boundaries. You can sit and talk, you can go hang out, and nothing happens. You don't have to cross those lines. You don't got to do that with every single girl you with. And when you do it with every single girl, that literally just makes all the women afraid of you. Yeah, especially if you can't keep a legit girlfriends.
Exactly. And you kind of given away a good key too from a woman's perspective. If I see a man that has a decent circle of female friends, that's a good thing, because then I know you got friends that giving you advice. You got women that they could be keeping you accountable. Some don't always do that because they don't want to take that problem on. But from a female perspective, when we do see men that we are attracted to or interested in hanging out with some, let's go back to our earlier comment, high caliber people, that shit look good. That shit makes you more attractive. But when you can't keep that kind of space, or you, like you said, there's no consistency, that's like a red fucking flag. We're not going for that. Not women with sense.
I realize how small Cayman is in terms of just being able, just talking. Everybody knows, literally everybody. So if you go and you pretend to try to be a friend with a girl and you disrespect her, she's going to tell somebody else. And somebody else will more than likely have a similar story. And that is going to keep going and going till now. That how people going to look at you. Yeah. People going to look at you like, yo, he just want, He weird, he creepy, he can't have a friend.
You can't just chill and relax on a little bit. There's so many things. Again, this whole platonic friendship, relationships, it is possible to have them without things getting awkward and weird. I think people really need to appreciate that is possible. So somewhat of a slight different change in direction. Saw a couple of people retweet this as well. Boy, Twitter gave me a lot of content this episode. A girl said, I need men to realize that constant communication breeds interest and attraction. You can't be on and off and expect me to still be interested in you.
Wait, read that again.
I need men to realize that constant communication breeds interest and attraction. You can't be on and off and expect me to still be interested in you.
All right, how much retweets that?
9,943 retweets.
All right. So
36,000 likes.
okay, so here this one now. I read this other one. Dating is so partner oriented nowadays. I had to really teach myself talking to someone 24/7 is not normal or healthy in any way, shape, or form. Do you realize how crazy it is to get mad at someone for not receiving a text back after a couple hours when y'all speak every day? This one
How
has
many?
27,000 retweets and 150K likes. So I'm like, because they both sound completely separate. 'Cause
Separate.
on one, the girl is like, yo, you're supposed to like talk to me every day, every second of the day. And this one is saying, yo, if we talk every day,
We mad.
then yeah, like something's wrong. I don't like, we shouldn't
Yeah.
have to message every hour. And I get, you know, it's kind of tough. Like I get both perspectives because like if you're talking to somebody every day, clearly that means you're interested there and they're interested in you. But then at the end of the day, it's like, how much are you getting done outside of talking to that person? 'Cause if you're messaging them
All day.
all day, you can't be getting that much other shit done.
Yeah.
You feel me? So this person
Get yourself some goals
Yeah.
is what Rashad would say.
Exactly. And you got social media. So you got WhatsApp, you got iMessage, where you can constantly stay in contact. You can message back the person and respond in 1 minute. You know, so I think kind of phones obviously contributed to that. But I'm like, I guess there's a good balance. Like you don't have to speak to somebody every hour on the day.
Yeah.
But it's good to like, let's say every day, like check in, like, hey, how you doing? Hope you have a good day. Then let's say you message them that in the morning. You don't have to speak to them at 9, 10, 11, 12. You could wait till lunchtime and say,
Yeah.
hey, how did your morning go?
What's your plans for lunch?
Yeah. Then
Yep.
you talk then you message back in the evening time when they finish work, find out how their day will go in. And
Yeah.
that's still talking to someone, and you do that every day. That's still building a
Something,
connection, talking
yeah.
to. Because you don't want to be messaging somebody every day while they're busy, while they're working, they're studying something. And yeah, they would
Because
be
then
like,
it can
you
give the
doing?
impression too that you don't respect their time and what they're doing with their time. So it's that constant thing every single episode, communication.
yeah. You got
And that
really,
open
you gotta really
dialogue
talk
with
about that first.
understanding what this person is doing, where their head is at, what their expectations are, because the response to this same tweet is sometimes the problem is mostly from women because most of you don't know or understand how to keep a conversation going. The guy will say, how are you doing? A woman would say, I'm good. What's your schedule for the day? Nothing. Guy's going to say, okay, well, I'm on my way to go do something. Okay, that's it. Conversation done. And then this is the same kind of woman that's going to say, she wants constant conversation that's breeding interest. But you saying, okay, how you doing? Hi. No conversation with any kind of interest or like there's no meat to that.
Like if
That's a conversation you're having with someone like years into a relationship, and like you
Yeah.
said, you're checking in. You're making sure your partner is good.
If I start and I say, hey, hope you have a good day, hope it's going good, you respond, oh, thank you, same to you. Cool, that's fine. I message back later, I say, how was your day? Good. You don't ask me how mine was, I say,
That's it.
Okay, no, I start to be like, okay. This either something up. Either this person don't want to talk to me, or maybe they're just having a bad day.
Yeah.
So I leave. But then if I
watch for a pattern.
Yeah, but then if I do something again, and I notice that they're giving me the same responses, they're not caring about necessarily like how my day was or what I did, or they're not. It's just me asking all the questions. They're not asking anything back.
Yeah.
Like we not switching the convo to just, let's say, talk instead of like asking and answering questions. Then I look at that and be like, this person can't be that interested in you.
Yeah.
So I'll tend to tone back my conversations and just to the point where, yeah, like then I'll feel like, if they want to talk about something, they will reach out to me. But it's clearly that me putting in all this effort, not going, is not breeding anything.
Yeah.
So I'll find then from that you got to determine like, okay, maybe it's not a person I should be trying to talk to somebody that seems interested in you and wants to know more about what you're doing in your days and stuff like that. And that's why I tell guys all the time, stop torturing yourself. Like you try to talk to these girls.
But
Like you try to talk to these girls and you can clearly tell that they're not giving you no play. Like they're not giving you nothing.
Yeah.
Go find somebody else that want to talk to you. There is somebody out there that would like to
that
talk
would
to you.
love to engage in deep conversation.
Just stop talking to that person. You don't gotta be rude about it. Just stop talking to them and just find somebody who fucking genuinely want to talk to you. You will find that.
Yeah.
Once you stop giving people that don't want to talk to you fucking attention.
A relationship is not going to be built or maintained off of short Q&A conversations.
Yeah,
Let's be real. Like
no.
you need some deep conversations. You want to ask people about their life, like things they've gone through, situations, what they're struggling with, like where their headspace is at for the day. Like you said, if I'm asking you today and tomorrow and the next day and every single day is, yeah, it was good, it was all right. Like, what the fuck? Every day is not good. Every day is not all right.
Yeah,
I need some, like, what about your day was good?
Yeah, but then that is how you tell when someone is interested in you, because if they just keep coming, oh, it was good, it was okay. If they don't come and be like, oh, this went down today,
Yeah.
this was bullshit, oh, this something great happened, that means
Like, they tell you something they wouldn't necessarily tell everybody else.
Exactly. That's how you gauge, like, okay, yeah, this person interested in me. But if it day by day, they're just like, oh, it was good, oh, it was okay, oh, like, what are you doing? Oh, just chilling. Nobody's just chilling all the fucking time. Nobody's ever just chilling all the time. So if they're not telling you, like, you know, they're not being a bit more
I'm
specific,
doing this
and
right
I'm
now.
doing this, or I'm doing, you know, then,
Making plans, doing
like,
something.
They're not interested in you.
And I think with this tweet, like, I think it can go both ways. Men and women need to realize that, yes, you should engage in a consistent, it doesn't need to be constant. Like, I disagree with her saying constant.
Yeah,
because then that's what makes me agree with this other tweet that you read, that we don't need constant we're not in jail with nothing else to do. Like, if I was in jail and you are my cellmate and you decided you don't want to talk to me, I'm gonna take offense to that. But when you have grown adults who are in a dating space where they have jobs, they maybe have outside, like, commitments, activities, whatever, maybe they have a kid or whatever is fucking going on. Even if you are married, you have a life outside of marriage. So you can't, the expectation of constant communication is a little sick. And that, to me, is also why that got more support in terms of likes, retweets, quotes, whatever, because I think we are starting to learn and understand more that you don't need to be in a prison style environment for relationships to work.
Yeah.
That constant contact and that constant being in each other's space, I think, was something that was born from a lot of insecurities in relationship spaces. Is like, if I don't know where they are, if they don't answer me in an hour, what the fuck they doing? They cheating on me. They're talking to somebody. There's somewhere they don't. Meanwhile, this person probably like cleaning their car outside and the phone on the ground.
We doing fucking work. We doing fucking work.
They probably fell asleep. You know how many times I have fallen asleep? I'm so sorry. I was taking a nap. Like, I'm not lying to you.
I do that easy.
I'm not lying to you. You know, like.
or more times, like with like me, I'll just literally put my phone down and I'll just be like so engaged in work. I'll just be focusing on that. Worse now, like in the nighttime, I've started to like try to have more of a de-stressing routine, because I have been a person, like, I would start working at like 9 and I would work till 12 a.m. I would just keep going.
Oh, like 9 in the night?
No, I would start working at 9 in the morning and keep going until 12 a.m.
All day around the clock.
All day around the clock. And I would think like, yo, yeah, that would benefit me. But now I start to like at about 8 o'clock.
You realize I
need like a downtime where I'm not thinking about no work, no nothing. I just relax and I try to limit my screen time. So I'll literally just put my phone down after like 7, 8 p.m. And I'll just zone in on something else outside of
what's
the phone.
happening.
Because a lot of like business stuff or like crypto shit I be on my phone. So I'll put that away and just relax. Either like go outside, chill out by the pool, or I'll just fucking watch some TV. That's why like I just leaves my phone. Like I don't really know. I'm like, I try and do
you're
stuff,
doing
like,
stuff to take care of yourself mentally, because it's important
to try to speak to somebody every single day. Like, don't get me wrong, and I used to be just like that. Like I wanted to, it would be great to hear from you every day, every second, and I love that. But at that time, I really didn't have much shit going on. Yeah, I really didn't have.
And you felt like you're thriving on the fact that the constant contact with that person is like you kind of almost used it as like a rating tool. Like the more this person wants to talk to me, the more they're interested. The best direction this is going in. You do, like, it does come with age, it does come with maturity and understanding and figuring out what you're looking for in a relationship, where you realize, and this is even in friendships, because there are some real, like, and I think we've said this in another episode, where there are some friends that are high maintenance.
Oh yeah.
You don't call them or reach out to them or speak to them, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not that they don't know that you have a job, you have a child, you have a busy schedule, but they're taking high offense that, well, how come that friend, did it ever occur to you that maybe that friend asked me a question? Mm-hmm. And I answered them. That's why they know over you. And it's always the people who don't do it at all that are quick to be upset. Like, how are you quick to be upset at the fact that I haven't checked in with you when you have never checked in with me? Like, we had someone say to me earlier that I got another tattoo again. I got a recent tattoo. I've got quite a few recently. And the latest one that I have on my shoulder is essentially of like a woman holding like a water pail, and there's flowers coming out of her head, and it's of her pouring water onto herself. And I've come to like more of a recent realization, probably like when I say recent, in the last year, of me kind of understanding more about myself, of being the person that others go to quite frequently, I wouldn't say constantly, for advice, for help with stuff, relationships, their personal lives, whatever is happening, to help them. Or I reach out because I do thrive on wanting to help people. I do thrive on thinking that I give good advice, because I'm not going to make an assumption, but I do think I do.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I do think that I give good advice. I do think that I help my friends or family or people who talk to me, because sometimes I end up in situations with random groups of people and they're like, Jesus Christ, Kayla, like, how do you know this stuff? And I'm just like, I don't know. It's an intuition. It's something, it's a feeling. And I got this tattoo to kind of remind myself that I can't spend too much time constantly pouring into everyone else. Mm-hmm. I need to still remember that I need to be pouring into myself. I need to still make myself a priority. Yep. In order for me to do the helping to others, or provide the help to others, or give the help to others, I need to have something to give from.
Yep.
And it's like that saying, you can't, what is it? You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty cup.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where this tattoo idea came from, because I was like, I need a reminder. Sometimes you got to check yourself. Like, you don't always need other people to check you on your shit. You need to check yourself, and you kind of need to put yourself back together in like, where you at? What you got going on? So I have really struggled with that in the last year, and I think it has affected certain things, because I'm just like, I've had moments where I'm like, well, who the fuck gonna call me? Yeah. Nobody done call me today.
I saw a thing where a guy said, if you stop messaging certain people first, you'd never hear from them again. Mm-hmm. And I slowly started to realize that, like, if you don't reach out to certain people, you would never hear from them again, and that way you're not watering pretty much dead plants or a dead relationship. You're not trying to keep it alive. Like, you just like, if you guys speak, no bad blood, you speak. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But I'm not going.
You never get the same type of version of me anymore.
I'm not going constantly try to put in that effort. If like, let's say I don't message you for like 10 days, I won't hear from you for 10 days. Nah, I good. You not hear from me.
Yeah, and
because I got focus on myself, making sure I'm good before I can do that for anybody else. And granted, like I say, if you leave that alone, nobody not gonna check in on you. But as long as like you say, you check in for yourself, then you be good.
Yeah, you do gotta hold yourself accountable too, because you can't give the responsibility to other people to make you feel good, to make you feel like where you are at is working, or validate what's going on with you. You're looking for the support from those individuals, but that shouldn't be where you are trying to ultimately always get it from.
Yeah.
Because those people are doing what you should be doing at the same time as well. Mm-hmm. They think about themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, to be happy, to me, genuinely with where you are at in your life, or whatever space you're in your life, that comes with a certain level of selfishness.
Yep.
You have to be selfish to a capacity that is not negative to your other relationships, but it is feeding into yourself to help you build those relationships and kind of grow those relationships in a more healthy way. And so that is what I'm starting to understand and learn. And shit, I am meeting some roadblocks, but I'm trying to figure it out and trying to get it going properly. Like, it has even helped improve certain aspects to my relationship with my child because I'm starting to figure out the mechanics of certain things a bit better. But it has been challenging because I just kind of, my natural instinct is always give.
Yeah.
And to change that about myself, that I still can find a happy medium of being happy about helping people, but remembering not to make myself like stressed out by doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to like be like stressed out about other people's problems. And it's because I'm trying to help them and I'm just like, and again, was investing too much time into other people versus myself and not realizing like, you can help without, like, I don't need to do that.
Yeah, no, you could listen. There's certain times, like certain people need help, and I'm not saying if your friend comes to you with a problem, dismiss them and whatnot. But as a person, you should know how much you able to handle without it affecting you and your emotions and your well-being and whatnot. Like, if this person come into you like every single day with this same issue and you realize that it's stressing you out, just be like, just talk to them. Just be like, yo, look, I can't deal with this today. Let's set a day for us to talk about this like later on in the week.
Yeah.
And because if you constantly get your head filled with that negative shit from your friend, you going to take on all their problems as well.
And you got your own shit.
And you got your own shit. And that's why people always say that, yo, you never know what other people going through. So be careful of how much you try to put on them as well. Because you could be going through something serious and they come into you with their serious shit. So you got double the shit on your head now. That's stressing you out and in terms it's killing you. You feel me? But you try and be a good friend and help them out. Yeah. So it falls both ways. Like, friends should be more conscious with certain things and how the frequency of you going to your friend with certain things. And the person on the receiving end, like, stand up for yourself a bit more. And just be like, yo, I can't deal with this today. I'm sorry. I have a lot going on. I have a lot of things I need to focus on and deal with. Let's talk about this in 2-3 days and set a date and a time so the other friend will feel like you neglecting them. It's and make it like an in-person thing. Like, okay, when we come here, we're going to talk about this, and that's that.
Yeah, like, I agree. I think for sure that's super important, and I think us empaths can understand the position I'm in or that perspective. So I think it was really like, it's really good. It's a place to start, to figure things out or to move forward or get things going. But I really enjoyed this conversation today. It was like back to basics type of shit for me and you. It was good. Although I can't lie, I felt really tired. Like, if I had to go back to like, like when we do our little check-ins of like where we at today, I would say like, mentally today, boy, I'd put myself out of 5, and that's more like mentally just exhausted today. Not feeling bad, but just mentally exhausted. Physically, I'm a good 8 or 9. Like, I'm still in the gym, but like me and Rashad, we had like a little hangout yesterday, and by the time we all went to bed, it was past all of our adult bedtime.
I would die to sleep from like 8 o'clock.
Rashad was dying to sleep. Like, we have been giving him such a hard time because Rashad goes to bed so early now.
Yeah, man. Time's changing, man. Changing.
It really is. But thank you so much for listening to another episode of Platonically Speaking. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Keep sending in those questions. We're going to keep things going on our Instagram stories. Keep an eye out for the next episode to drop. And we'll see you soon.
Peace, guys.
Bye.